Welcome back everyone to the second Brotherhood of Steel mission. Once you finish Defiance Has Fallen, which I have just posted the walkthrough, if you are interested, check it out, the link is up there. You will get a new mission called Recruitment Blues, and this is a very long mission which requires you to do another mission or a set of missions, and it can be very confusing. This fort is in ruins, but there are so much loot in here. Basically every room has loot for you. There are plenty of useful things as well, so come empty-handed, fill your inventory with goods, and you have to lose some time here if you want to do that. If not, you can just rush for the mission. Basically, what you have to do here is go straight up. Every time you see a stairs or a way up, just take it, because the mission point is at the last level that you can reach, for now at least. Here's the first place to go to the next level. This is a locked door, skill 2. Kept it in just for you. There are some locked doors and locked chests across this fort. And sometimes the loot is quite impressive. I think I got like 4 stim packs from the fort, for example. There's a lot of caps, a lot of medicine, weapons, ammo. There's a little bit of everything. Also, if you love costumes, there are at least 2 different ones. There is the military uniform, and there is a facility like a nurse outfit. It's very, very nice. I will be wearing it later on so you can see a little bit how it looks like. To be honest, they both look nice. And of course you can find all sorts of items and scrap, materials. It's an excellent place if you need something, you know, circuits, anything really. You just have to come here and look for it, in my opinion. Moving on, I don't want to keep you watching my exploration too much. Keep in mind that there are no enemies inside at all. Actually, I found a few in the other side of the fort, but it was just too scorched or something like that. Nothing major. So keep going up as much as possible, that's where you want to go. And don't worry about missing something. I explored this entire fort at least 3 times. I lost so much time because my game glitched in the next step of the mission. So there are a few letters, there's a little bit of everything, but nothing will give you a new mission or updates, nothing. If you come across a military outfit or a military cap, please pick it up because you're going to need it next. I did it, so for the next mission, which you have to do to complete this one, you will need it. And we are approaching our mission point. It's just ahead, after this door. You have workbenches here in case you want to scrap stuff or craft something. There is also an overseer's log. And this is a terminal you need to access. You need to attempt to create a new personal registry, but you are not successful. But you get a mission update which asks you to get a clue about what you can do about this. Now don't panic and go search the entire building like I did. The information you need is just ahead, in the other side of the hall, in the right side. It's a letter and you just need to read it. It's in this room and it's that letter there. It basically talks about how you can bypass security of the Brotherhood. And your next mission location will be displayed once you close the letter. This camp is fairly easy to access. It's in the middle of the map, a bit far from where we are, so you might have to spend a few caps to teleport, but that's how it is in Fallout 76. Once you get there, you can head to the main building. There are some letters around and also some useful stuff. And an overseer's log again.
Overseer's log. Camp McClintock. Maybe I'm going crazy, but it was nice to put on the uniform and play pretend with a bunch of robot drill sergeants.
However, your main mission here is to go upstairs and talk to the sergeant robots.
I wonder, now that I'm in the army...
You can go up the stairs there. And just approach the robot to start your new mission. It's an interesting one, I would say. We are joining the army.
Well, what do we have here?
A fresh recruit.
What in the holy name of...
So back to the basic is basically your initiation to join the military.
Army fatigues and helmet, or you will not return.
You need to do 4 tests. And they are all quite easy. I had no issues doing them, so you probably won't have any issues doing them either. But first of all, we need to equip a military cap and military rags. So I had the Brotherhood fatigues, which I collected in the fort, and they work here. I don't think this is the exact item they wanted, but it works. For the cap, I had it to this location, which is an optional part of the mission, and I was able to find the cap up there in the bed. I think the rest is also around, but I couldn't find it. If you do, by all means wear it and be careful of the radiation. I don't know why I encountered this event where everything became green and radiation everywhere. Anyway, you can head back to the sergeant robots and equip your military helmet and your military rags, fatigues, whatever you could find. I tried 3 different outfits and nothing was triggering. So I decided to just go with the Brotherhood fatigues and talk to him, and it actually worked. I don't know, maybe you only need a helmet to trigger the next update, or maybe it works. I'm not sure which option is the correct one in here. And the next update is 3 little tests to your skill. Because the army doesn't simply take anyone. They only take people who die for their country. So if you can do that, you are in. You don't need to do any tests. I'm kidding. You need to do it anyway. I decided to do the agility test first because it was the closest one, if I'm not wrong. And this is a realistic test of the military. You basically have to go through obstacles over and over within the given time, of course. You need to be fast. And to go through the points that they ask you to, for example, this next one, you can't go around because if you try, it doesn't count. So it's a nice design there to make people actually do the obstacle thing. And here you can just go under the barrier, no problem. This one is a bit tricky. Don't go too fast. If you fall down, you have to start all over again. And you don't have time for that. You will have to restart everything again if that happens. There you go. Now everything else is fairly easy. You just have to go up and down. And a little jumping, which is also easy to do. Space, space, space. I was, carrying too much, so my stamina wasn't with me. I thought I would made it actually, but I did. And there you go. And you're done. Your agility course was successful and you can move on to the next. Now it's time to test if you are good at patriotic stuff or not. This test actually surprised me because they do a little simulation where you have to retrieve proofs and, decide who's at fault. It's about communism and you have 3 rooms with 3 different subjects and you need to choose one to accuse, but first you need proofs. It's very easy to do. So I headed to the first room to the right and I couldn't find much, to be honest. I figured this wouldn't be the one. So I moved on to the next room. There are more elements here. And the way he behaves, it's a bit suspicious, to say the least. There is a letter that you can inspect. It's a bit difficult to get if you are not too close to it. But hold on tight, because there is something else for you in this room. It's in the terminal to your left. And it's the 3rd option, to be exact. The first 2 are just lower, they don't do much. And when you click the 3rd one, then you get a mission update. Well, after all, it's about him organizing a strike and being about, not too nice towards capitalism and so on. So that goes along with the communist concept. You can accuse him right away. I actually checked the other room just to be sure there was nothing missing or nothing left to do. And that's right, you don't need to check the 3rd room. You can head to the terminal and accuse Jimmy right away because you have proof that backs your opinion in your accusation. And the sergeant is right, there's only one more course to do for now, and it's the Marksmanship, where you have to shoot things very quickly. So make sure to choose a weapon with a fast reload, or, you know, with a lot of bullets to shoot at once without reloading too often. Because this challenge is timed, and you need to shoot all these targets within the time they give you. It is roughly 30 seconds, and I choose this weapon because, you know, you can keep firing and firing and, you know, no reload at all, which is very handy for this mission. I tried to do it before with my sniper rifle, but I couldn't do it. Every time I had to reload, it takes too long. So there you go, Marksman course is done. But there is one final test to decide if you can get in or not. And this is real fighting. You'll have to fight several waves of robots.
All cadets waiting to complete the live fire training course should grab their favorite firearm and proceed to the training site.
And for this part I will let everything in so you can check how I fought them, including the last robot, which is kind of like an elite. He is a bit strong, but I managed to do it fairly easy with my melee weapon.
Oh no! What's that on the horizon? Intruder! Are coming! Show 'em what you're made of! That's the last of them. For now. Buff out your dings and scratches and ready up for the next wave. Eyes up, boys and girls. There's a new batch of Bolsheviks just asking for a burial. Have at 'em!
Alright, so once you have killed all the robots, your live fire training is now completed and you can head back to the sergeant to progress.
Well, my sensors tell me you're not nearly as dead as I expected. Impressive, cadet.
Nope.
Or should I say, private. You are now an official member of the United States Army. Get
Wow.
out there and do us proud, soldier.
I'm now a private and I can continue with the Brotherhood of Steel mission. I can hack or bypass the system. Well, not yet. You still have a long way to go before you can actually do that, sadly. But at least your back to basic is now done and you got plenty of rewards and experience for doing all of this. So that's great news. The next location is in Charleston town, right in the middle. You need to go to the main building. It's that door just ahead. Now that we are part of the army, we need to request a new ID that represents the updated information. But things are not that simple in Fallout 76. Access this terminal and click on the ID application and go for the only option you have there. Then enter your name, which is basically Army Recruit. And then you can add your address as well, which is Vault 76. You got the mission update, which is, you know, to deliver your form. You need to talk to this robot first. And he will tell you need to take a number and wait your turn. Just like in the real world, you know. You can do this in the printer to your right. Then you can head back to the terminal behind you and select Department B, because that's where you have to deliver your application. Now, note whenever you select any of these options, a bunch of Scorched will spawn and come from your right. They will mostly be lurking. If you don't attack them, they will take their time to come and attack you. So it's better to just kill them when you see they are coming.
Now, a message from your governor.
Voting is your patriotic duty, Appalachia.
You need to wait for your number, by the way. I was very impatient and I was wondering what to do next, but you just have to wait your number.
Concerned with automation, and I know firsthand how it has affected our livelihoods in the short term. But automation will lift our factories, our towns, and our very homes into the future. So I urge you to vote yes to the Appalachia Prosperity Act.
You know, some characters in these games speak so much, just like Rose.
Last chance, N15. C41.
And you need to be there just waiting and waiting until something happens.
C41. C. Interrupting for an important warning. Fraud is a serious crime. Make sure all forms are filled out accurately. Remember, only a commie commits fraud.
Can I get my turn, please?
N15. Calling N15.
When you think spamming will do something for you.
C12. C12. Now calling C12. J47. Again, you are urgently needed at Section C. C44. Calling C-44, please report to Section B. C-42, calling C-42.
And there you go.
42, please report to Department B.
She's calling C-44 and 42, but we are B. I don't know.
Last call.
Just wait until it's your turn, no matter the number you have, because it might be buggy or glitch out.
Of Charleston. Residency required. Mail must have a valid U.S. Postal Service.
So now they said we don't have a valid
Have a nice
address or something like. We need to retrieve a letter
42 DMV
that meets their requirements.
1C. Identified.
Now this part can be a little tricky. It took me a little bit to find it.
Processing.
I first thought it would be like an old post mail in some house,
Must have a valid U.S. Postal Service.
but it's not. It's basically it's an old mailbox on the floor which has a letter or mail inside. But you need to be very close to it to be able to actually see it. The mailbox is just around the corner. But I didn't know at the time. I had to go a few times around it. So it's here, right ahead. You can see my location in the map. It's just on top of the location they give you. And as you can see, nothing shows, and I'm quite close to it. Now, there you go. Junk mail. You take it, and you can head straight back to keep working on your new ID. But you're not done yet.
Greetings, C-42. Mail identified. Scanning.
Yes, I'm totally male. Can't you see it? Oh wait, I guess you can't. My power suit is too powerful,
DMV AT21.
But now we need another form model. And you can find it
AT2
at the other Charlton office. It's the police office, I think.
Charleston Courthouse.
You can either access from here, which is a bit difficult. You have to go all the way through the building, or you can exit the door you come in
Greetings.
and go to the other door. You know, there is one on the side, the smaller door. And that's where you want to go. So, this is from the main building we are in. But you will see the door I mean when I exit. Here is the TMV AT form that he requested. And now you can exit here or come inside as well. This door. So there you go, the location, if you're not sure how to get there. And you can simply go back, it's very close. So whether you want to go in or get out,
C-42.
now you know the location.
AT21.
You have the right form and you have to deliver it to the robot.
Processing.
But his processing is not going to work. Trust me, it won't work.
Error. Department B is for renewals only. Department C is designated for new IDs.
Because you have to deliver it to the other robots. It's a different department. But still, it won't work.
Department C
I swear, whoever made this mission, they were just trolling you so hard. Whenever you think you're about to be done, there's always something else, and another, and another. It's a bit... it's funny, it's frustrating at the same time. So go ahead, take another number.
Please wait for your number to be called.
And don't forget to go to the terminal and click terminal. No, I mean Department C.
You are 21 years overdue. report to Section C. A2, calling A2.
And now just wait
Call for A2.
for your turn, because there are so many people before you, you know.
Calling J47. A3.
You can also wait for the Scorched, because they will come eventually. Oh, look at them.
Second coffee break. Ending in 5,
They're lurking, coming slowly.
2, 1. Coffee break terminated. Initialize query.
Make sure to kill them before you talk to the robots, or you can also talk to him.
Paperwork identified. Scanning. Scanning. Error ID 34B /1. Valid birth certificate required. Consult
Once you get to talk to these Department C robots, he won't be able to process anything. He's going to have a bug, a glitch. And you need to understand what is it about. You can do that in this terminal. On the last option. And the error name. And there you go, you get the mission update. You need a special authorization, and it requires the governor's seal, and it is located right at his office room. Now I have done a set of missions in here before, so I know the place a little bit. And I knew where to head. You can just follow the walkthrough. I will not cut anything so you can see exactly how I got there. It's basically just straight. But if you don't know the place, it can be a little tricky. There it is, just use it. And you can head back to deliver your DMV application. So this time you can finish things, you know, he's going to accept it and you just need to do one little thing more and you're done here. I was so happy to know this because it's so senseless, just go back and forth.
Greetings. A3. Paperwork identified. Scanning. Everything is in order.
Great.
Proceed to the photography station to receive your government ID card.
Now it's time to take a picture of my metal helmet, you know. It's unique and very trendy. And that's it. We have our military ID card and we can head back to the fort to scan and access the elevator. Be ready to pay a lot of coins. Oh yes. Once you are back at the fort, it's the same procedure. You have to head up until you reach the terminal. I will also leave the walkthrough here so you can see the fastest way to do this. It's basically forward and up, forward and up. And you are almost there. There you go, the terminal is here, you can access it and scan. Actually you can register there, scan military ID card to register. Now you can freely access the elevator and reach the upper level. After getting inside the elevator, you should click number 4. It's the last button. 4th level. And again, you will have quite some rooms to explore, a lot of loot, you have a power suit as well, and an overseer's log. There is also this locked door behind me, which I didn't try to open, or I didn't find anything that could open it either. But it's surely around, if you try hard to find it, I suppose, which wasn't my case.
Brotherhood of Steel, whatever. Separately, they had everything necessary to beat the odds. Brains, brawn, and bravado to spare.
I'm also restraining myself from cutting parts in this in here because just ahead you can access the terminal to start a daily mission. So it's quite handy to know this.
If you're listening, do not fall into the same trap. You find each other. You work with
It's in this room, in that terminal.
together will you win. This is your overseer.
And don't forget to get the fusion core if you're not taking the power suit.
Save our country.
You can also salvage it for, you know, circuits and scrap. This is what I meant. You just have to access the terminal and click the first option and a daily mission will start. In this room you have an update for your daily mission, and you can also access the terminal that will allow you to finish your current mission. In this one, you just have to select the first option and disregard everything else unless you want to read what it says. For the lore, for, you know, curiosity, why not? But that's it. Belly of the Beast is your new mission for the Brotherhood. And Recruitment Blues is now done. Congratulations. I hope this mission wasn't as difficult for you as it was for me. But that's all part of the challenge. I'm Marta Branco. I'm glad I could help you, hopefully. And I will see you in the next walkthrough. See you then. Bye.
Bye.